Well, howdy there, folks. How are y'all doing? My name is Rees, and it is another rainy, stormy night, which means I'm going to go to sleep. Because I don't think we've actually slept in our bed for a really long time, and that's probably why it's constantly rainy and stormy. Because it rains more when you don't sleep, right? That's not one of those Minecraft myths. I feel like that's a real thing. I feel like that's a real true thing. But today, I was going through the comments, because I've gotten a lot of feedback, on the question that I asked a few episodes ago about whether or not you folks felt like it was time to rush full speed ahead with using all of our EMC to create the most OP gear and tools, or whether or not we should hold back and follow along a more sort of natural progression. Early responders were very in favor of rushing ahead, building gem armor and all of that. And then a little bit later, about halfway through the day, the comments flipped, and it was folks saying, nah, stick with it. Stick with the more natural progression, and that has left me in a situation where I don't know what to do. I've got conflicting reports, so I'm trying to figure it out. I think we'll probably do both. And I don't know how that's going to work. Maybe there will be some reason that's going to come up in the next few episodes. Maybe in the near future something will happen that will put us in a situation where we are required in some way to build certain things. Who can say, really? Who knows what's going on in the world? Everything's chaotic. I came out here earlier, which is something I very rarely do, because, I mean, that is all getting out of hand, and there's a road. There's a road! And in fact, I think there's another road if you look at the map that's going this way. So this entire island is starting to... It's starting to develop in ways that I don't quite fully understand. I noticed that there was a new sign. There's like a couple of new signs. I don't know about this one, folks. I don't know about this one. I thought I saw someone over here the other day, but then they're not here anymore. But there's definitely something weird going on. I reckon it's probably safe to swim over and just see what this sign says. Welcome to Wait, what does it say? Oh, right, we can fly. Welcome to Andesite Island. Which I guess must be named for all of the polished andesite. Gray's Mine, private property, do not enter. I don't think I could if I wanted to. There's no button. Got a mine there. And then this is... opening soon. Fernie's Trading Imp or Bring money. Who are these people? Is this normal? Comment down below if this is happening in your world as well. Maybe around your spawn, or maybe the original spawn. I have claimed this fishing spot. Leave it be, Baz. Baz's balsa. Do not touch. Okay. What does it mean? What does that mean? Baz's balsa. It's just a random crafting table. Bramble's finest farm. I don't know, he's got a lot of weeds if you ask me. Okay, well this is just empty. I like that they all seem to be color-coded though. We got green, blue, brown, and then I suppose that's supposed to be pink or purple. Are these reinforced frame stairs and then... Oh. What is this? Chiseled... It says chiseled sand. Gravel. Oh, it's from Chisels and Bits. Oh, wait a minute. Oh. It's slightly broken. Love that. It's like we're looking into some sort of alternate dimension when we attempt to break it. Oop, jeez. Sorry. More purple heart wood needed? How would we go about getting purple... Maybe we need to, like, endear ourselves to these people. Purple heartwood saplings. We'll need Brazil wood and Kopok in order to breed a purple heart. But then again, I don't actually know how to breed a tree. I'll have to look that up. That's going to require teak and ebony, dark oak and Kopok, teak and jungle, Jungle and dark oak. We can get those two. Those two we can manage. And then we have a 10% chance of somehow getting teak. Do I just plant them next to each other and hope for the best? I don't know. Well, this is all very strange, and I don't know what to make of it. Quite frankly, I don't want to be over here anymore, so we're gonna zoom back over here. I like that this is all progressing, whereas that has just stopped. So I guess that's run its course. I had someone suggest that maybe that was part of a mod that like spawns in random fortresses and things, and I don't know if that's in this pack. I haven't really gone through the mod list well. Normally that'll spawn them in like when the chunk is generated, not after the fact. But I don't know, mods are getting crazy these days, so I don't know. Wait. Oh gosh, what's going on with that one? Oh geez, there's more lava than there used to. Oh no! Oh no, that one's doing it too. One's doing it too. Okay, well, today's episode, because I don't want to deal with that, what I thought we would do is, since we're going to be sticking with these tools for a little bit longer, is maybe I would go ahead and make an advanced chainsaw, as well as the advanced diamond drill, so we can get a little bit more use out of these. And then also, I've never made the next tier up electric furnace, but I guess I should make one of those as well as the better compressor and the better macerator, and get those plugged in and running. We've already got MFEs below them, so we can run those machines without transformer upgrades. And we'll have the benefit of faster processing. I need to go check my nuclear reactor, though, while I'm thinking about it. Are you still running? You're off. Good. Heaven knows we could not sustain that. Okay, well, off you go. How are we doing? We are full on power, though, and it's going to be a long time, I feel like, before this is empty. And then there's so many buffers in there. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to just fill that thing up with, I mean, what do we have the most of? Single cell, I mean, this is going to produce so little power. Because there's only, what, 4 slots for these? Really? Or no, I'm sorry. No, there's 6. I'll be curious to see how much power these will produce. Just with the 6 of these. Remember, we don't really need to produce a lot of power right now. I mean, I guess just enough to keep this up and running. So there we go. And with the 4 of those, looks like we're getting... Oh gosh, hold on, we need to reset. Okay, starting new measurement. And then we'll give it a little bit of time. Go put the rest of these up. And then... About 30. Okay, perfect. That's nothing. But I'm not gonna waste power. I mean, it's so easy to make new uranium cells because we have EMC, but we don't need to right now. Speaking of, we got 45 UU matter. Plus whatever I have up here in this chest. I seem to recall we were gonna do something with that. Oh, we were gonna build that pouch that'll hold more upgrades. We really just don't need that anymore is the issue. Right, so that's gonna be the induction furnace, the singularity compressor, and of course the rotary macerator, which we've built before, nothing new there. And then something to note about these tools is that they are not a part of Industrial Craft 2. These are actually from GravSuit Classic, whatever that means. It also has a grav tool that, according to this, says it will work as a wrench, but it doesn't mention, like, I'm on their page, for the CurseForge page. I don't see any mention of whether or not it's lossless, though. Oh my gosh, it has something called the Vera? Is that how you would say that? It's definitely not Vajra. Let's be serious. This apparently has the ability to break any tool in the game in one hit, and is a better weapon than the... Let's see, what does it say here? 30% better damage than Nano Saber. Well, that looks like one tool to rule them all. It will require that we get the advanced chainsaw, the advanced diamond drill, and a mining laser, which we've not even built yet. Then we gotta build the Vera Core, which requires a Tesla coil. That's actually not too complicated. Magnet, though. Superconductor cover. Oh gosh, this is gonna be a complicated one. That might be an episode. Like a full actual episode. In fact, why don't we wait to have a full actual episode for all of that, and we'll just focus on the machines right now. This is a mini-sode! So right out the gate, we're going to need 3 machine blocks, and then we're going to need more advanced alloy, but we probably have some? Somewhere? No? I thought we made a ton of that stuff! So each one of these machines, sort of the thing that binds them all together is the necessity for an advanced machine block. And fortunately, it looks like I've got everything I need to make the 3 of those. And then from that point forward, it looks like it's just a matter of combining the machine and the advanced machine block with different materials. So for the induction furnace, that's going to be copper, which is very basic. For the singularity compressor, it's obsidian. And for the rotary macerator, we've done this before, it's scrap metal blocks. Alternatively, we can use obsidian blades, which I think we probably have a bunch of still. Well, we got 2. In order to do this, we have to put the machine back down, and then put back in these upgrades. You see how smart I was, though? I did disconnect it before doing that, so we could get the transfer. Yeah, see, that's why I made these. Quick access to these sorts of things. This is out of control. I've made a mistake. So it's going to require 14 of these, as you might remember. It's strange that it's specifically the compressor that is, in my opinion, my humblest of opinions, the more difficult of these machines to manufacture. Because the recipe for literally all of the other ones is laughably simple in comparison. Again, advanced machine block, electric furnace, a block of regular something you'll have 1,000 of at this point. Obsidian. Either scrap metal blades, which apparently, I looked into it, a compressor, recycler, tools, or armor. It's so weird, and even then there's only a chance that's what you're gonna get. Very, very oddly specific, but we're going to need to come over here now and grab one of our advanced machine blocks, and then we're going to have to build this here, because with the recipe we're using, the 2 obsidian blades, you can't have double stacks inside of the project bench. So that is what we're doing. So now we can throw this down, it'll accept medium voltage and start charging up, and of course we're going to want to put a switch on that to keep it running at all times, although apparently there is an upgrade we can get. Someone left a comment about this. I'll have to go find it. But what was it called? Redstone inverter upgrade. That's just tin and a redstone torch. And apparently what that does is it keeps the machine on at all times, and it does not necessitate an actual redstone torch or redstone signal to be applied. I mean, I guess a better way of explaining that would be that it inverts the signal from redstone, so instead of redstone turning it on, redstone turns it off. And since there's no redstone, it'll be on all of the time. Is that working? Yes, it's speeding up. Of course, that means we have to get that pouch now if we want to add more upgrades. Upgrade container, which requires iridium plate, which requires iridium ore, which requires UU matter. How much UU matter do we have? That might determine whether or not we use that thing. I mean, of course, the alternative would be that we just stick a lever on the front of it and turn it on, which is also possible and easy and not really that big of a deal. UU matter, iridium ore, we've got 7 of them. In order to build this, keep in mind we need 3 of these, 1 for each machine. We'll need 4, so that's 12 plates. And then each of those requires 4. Oh, boy. Okay, so we need 48 iridium ore. And we got 7. Anyway, we'll be taking that out now. And just throw one of these up there. Problem solved. Tuck you guys away for later. Import upgrade. Export upgrade. And that brings us on to you, sir. Your turn. This one is almost silly in comparison. So much so that I just know the recipe. I've viewed it a couple of times. And there it is. The induction furnace. Now, if you were wondering, well, what's the difference between this and the regular furnace? Well, the difference is pretty much the same as the difference between the macerator and the rotary macerator. We just apply a signal to it. It becomes stupidly fast at 100%. Keep in mind it will be consuming power the entire time it's turned on, so We might want to get our reactor set up with at least dual cells to maintain power. But it's more or less the same situation with the singularity compressor, which we're going to need. Oh my gosh, we just have the obsidian. Now, did I grab that obsidian for this, or did I... Oh, no, I was grinding that away earlier for something else. Well, it just so happens to work out for us, doesn't it? That's lovely. There is our singularity compressor, and once this is at 100% speed, it's going to be nigh on unstoppable. Of course, we will need to apply, once again, a lever to it, get it speeding away, and then I don't remember what upgrades came out of what machines, so I guess I'm probably going to have to set these back up myself. Alright, yes, we've got, like, just so much stuff. Apparently, there is no nice storage upgrade options in this pack, which is unfortunate. I mean, it does look like our only option is to build chests and then automate sorting, so we have, like, a dump chest, and then everything gets sorted into storage chests. That kind of sucks. You'd like some type of big chest or automated chest, digital storage, something along those lines, but I guess we'll just have to deal with what we got. Since EMC is no longer an issue, we might as well go with the indestructible obsidian chests, because even though they are stupidly more expensive than an alchemical chest, they do have slightly more storage space. EMC is no longer an issue, so expense is not really an issue either. And at least with these, again, slightly more storage space. I can't remember, I think it was like 4 stacks of 64 more. It was something minute like that when we did the math earlier. Still, that's something. This isn't just me being annoyed with having to store all of this stuff. This is me being practical, right? Refined iron should have an EMC value because, yes, it is just regular iron that's been cooked, but cooking it takes power. That requires EMC in the first place, and then it's not like you can turn it back to regular iron, so there's no way to export that, or extort that, as far as I can tell, as far as I'm concerned. It seems like, you know, just 1/8 of a coal's value of EMC added to iron, and you have your refined iron, and then I don't have to have a chest full of this stuff. You know what? It just seems like a good idea. If what we're really worried about is balancing the game, hello, the blaze rod thing in the basement's out of control. Talk about balance in video games. Look at all this red matter we've got. It's crazy. Looks like we're going to be living with chest walls, though, which is funny, because I don't think I've had a pack with chest walls in a long time, at least not this far into the pack. But wow, yeah, we've got our coal dust and our refined iron. We've actually got more over here that we need to move over. So the compressor ought to be spun up to a pretty decent speed. 68, it's not bad. I mean, there's that 58. It's kind of hard to tell what's going on right over here, but it looks like, oh, 69. Well, ideal then. Let's see how fast that's going to be going. Whoa! So much faster, so much nicer. I'm not even worried about the fact that it isn't going at 100%. This is lovely. Fantastic. So we've now got really fast machines ready to be used whenever we need to use them. The next thing that I want to build, because it's cheap and easy and simple to... Well, no, that's not the reason. It is cheap and easy and simple to build, but I want an armor stand because we've got some armor that we're never ever going to wear again that doesn't have an EMC value. And I figured, how the heck do you build... I've literally never built an armor stand. Not to memory, at least. I suppose it's possible, but not as far back as I can remember. And I thought it might be fun to have one. And, in fact, it might be fun to have 2. And we can use them to display our old armor that's just taking up space inside of here. Because we're never going to use that armor again. And it doesn't have an EMC value. But we're not going to destroy it. And also, it's kind of part of our history, isn't it? All of this armor. Not that. That's not armor. You know what I'm getting at here, though. And then also, where's our hazmat gear? It doesn't have an EMC value. That means it's got to be around here somewhere. Did I put it in the wrong chest at some point? Did it get destroyed when the bomb went off? Is that what got were we even wearing it? when the nuke off in the nether? Wait, we reset the world, though. We reset the world to the before that. Where is my hazmat suit? Wait, is it like right in front of me? The only other place I can think of it being is down here in one of these chests. Which it is not. So let's talk about what's missing here. First off, Carl. Carl is missing. No idea where Carl is. Second, hazmat suit. Hazmat suit is missing. No idea where hazmat suit is. Are the two related? It seems unlikely. Armor stand. We'll put down a couple of them. I don't know if they all need to be right next to each other. That might actually be a bit crowded. Armor stands. The third one was going to be hazmat suit, but I guess it won't be now. Looks good. And then... Perfect. So, of course, we have our Bronze Age outfit, which was immediately replaced, I think, something like 20 or 30 minutes later, with this fine piece of gear. And then someday we'll have our nano suit up there. Although I guess actually our nano suit will be turned into a quantum suit at some point. And then our quantum suit will be up here, as we have on, you know, dark matter and then red matter armor, which again we could build. But we're not going to. That is it for today's mini episode. My whole day was thrown off. I was going to record a lot more of these today, but then, you know, a lot happened earlier in the morning. So, thank you folks for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you later. Bye!